So listen, everyone has their own way of interpreting things, especially in the creative world. You know, everyone works differently, and that goes for art challenges like MerMay. If you don't already know, MerMay is a yearly art challenge created by legendary animator Tom Bancroft, where you draw a mermaid every single day in the month of May. Now, there are all kinds of challenges like this, and they have been a thing for a long, long time. Think of Huevember in November, Inktober, or whatever we're doing instead of that now for the month of October. Month-long art challenges are not new. However, I think there has certainly been a change in how artists participate. It used to be that you create a new drawing every single day on that day for the month. Whether it's a quick, 5-minute sketch or a more thought-out drawing, it's just a fun, simple art challenge. And as far as I know, that's still the idea that's being portrayed. However, we all know at this point that social media is a lie, and it's also kind of poisoning us and screwing our view of the world. We know that most people on social media are only sharing the best parts of themselves, and that goes for artists. We really only share our best or strongest pieces, things that we're proud of and that we want our followers to see. We want to uphold this illusion that everything we create is consistent and of the same caliber. And not to mention with the rise of the official MerMay account, which offers real prizes and incentives for artists to participate, people have gotten a lot more serious about it. It's become an actual contest rather than just a challenge. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I love that it's a huge contest now and everyone gets so involved. You know, it really has created a wonderful community online. And then of course there's the algorithm to think about. You have to post at the same time every day and post every single day and use certain hashtags and sell your firstborn and jump through all these digital hoops just for a fraction of your followers to see it. And that doesn't really work for these challenges. Most of us are busy. We work full time and we have our own lives and projects outside of social media that just keep us busy. We don't have the time for it. But that doesn't change the fact that most of us still have that desire to fit in with the rest of the liars on social media. We're not satisfied with just posting a messy sketch or only posting once or twice a week. We want to have a beautiful, finished or cleaned up illustration to show off every day of the month, just like everybody else, it seems like. But drawing every single day is a huge commitment that most people can't make the time for. Especially if you want to draw more than just a quick 5-minute sketch. So what I've seen a lot of artists doing, and I actually do myself, is they prep for these art challenges ahead of time. So we'll start a month or more in advance, and we'll do our sketching and try to finish as many drawings as possible in advance to give ourselves that head start or kind of a buffer. I've even seen some artists finish the entire challenge in advance, well before the month even starts, which couldn't be me, I wish. But anyway, my question to you is, do you consider that quote-unquote cheating? Do you think that that takes away the purpose or the reasoning for the challenge itself? I think a part of me used to think that, but not so much anymore. For a lot of people, it's the only way that they can even participate because life is busy and unpredictable. Over the years, I've seen so many artists fight with each other over the quote-unquote rules of these monthly challenges, like what happened with Inktober. In a way, it kind of reminds me of the whole tracing is cheating debate. Some people think it's a helpful tool, while other people act like you're literally the devil for doing it. I've even seen some people go as far as to say that simply using a reference is cheating, which is kind of insane. Psst, tracing is fine, as long as you're using it to learn and not for profit. But personally, I think there are very few ways to actually cheat in the creative world. We're not going to talk about the garbage that is AI. I think that if people have found a way that works for them to be able to actually join fun art challenges like this, then there's really no harm. Art is meant to be expressive and an enjoyable experience for everyone. No one wants to feel burnt out trying to keep up with the millions of other people on social media, and unfortunately, that's the most common experience with these art challenges. As social media gets more and more crowded, you're surrounded by millions of talented people and you see their gorgeous art all over your feed, which is great, but it can also be really damaging for some people. No matter how hard you try not to compare yourself to them, you can't help but feel a little bit of self-doubt sometimes. That's just natural. It's human nature, and it's the definition of being an artist, you know? So if getting a head start keeps people from experiencing burnout or imposter syndrome, then I don't really think we should have a problem with it. In the end, I think as long as you're having fun and participating in the challenge in any capacity, then that's all there really is to it. Even if you finish all your mermaids ahead of time, or even if you end up only drawing a handful of sketches, I'd consider the challenge completed. Anyway, the reason I bring this up is because I definitely started ahead of time this year. I wanted to start more ahead of time, but I'm still somehow so behind. But it reminded me of the mixed feelings that I had about all the harsh rules around Inktober a few years ago. Do we remember that? I don't really remember everything, I just remember that we're not supposed to do Inktober anymore. Well, I do think that there are, and maybe should be, some unspoken rules around, challenges like these. You know, no AI, no stealing, stuff like that. I don't think that there should be a mile-long list of do's and don'ts. It just adds unnecessary stress to what should be a fun and engaging art challenge. I mean, we're supposed to learn from these challenges. The point of these monthly art challenges is to give artists a chance to grow. You're drawing every single day, and it's teaching you something. You're supposed to take something from this. And if you're too stressed about it, then all you're gonna take from it is that you hate art. And that goes for MerMay, in my mind too. So while I am participating in the basic idea of the MerMay challenge, I'm not using the official MerMay prompt list or anything like that. I have my own series planned, and I knew that with my schedule, I'd need to do it in advance to be able to pull it off. And realistically, I'm so fucking behind anyway that it doesn't even matter. I'm still drawing a mermaid every single day. But I am a little bit ahead, I have a little bit of a buffer because I did finish some mermaids ahead of time, so I'm a few days ahead, which gives me a little bit of a peace of mind, and it gives me the chance to really put my all into most of my drawings and not feel stressed for time, you know? The mermaid that I'm drawing in this video probably won't even be posted until well into the month of May. I don't know, maybe a few weeks from now, whenever I'm done with the mermaids that I have prepped. And I think that that's a buffer that me and most other artists need to not feel the constant stress of a clock ticking, you know? To try to perform and post a beautiful finished illustration every single day. But anyway, that's my food for thought, I guess. I guess the lesson or the takeaway here is just to enjoy the experience that these art challenges provide, and don't let the internet police try to bully you into following some dumb made-up art rules, because art shouldn't have rules, or at the very least, it shouldn't have many rules. But that is all I have, and there's still quite a bit of video left. So please enjoy some relaxing music, maybe put this on in the background while you work on your own mermaid art, or whatever it is you're doing. I hope you're having a good day. And I will see you all in next week's video. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Okay, bye!